Alamosa County Courts.
Hi. I called up a little bit ago. I talked to Jennifer about some information about getting some transcripts or some video footage as well. I had a couple more questions that I forgot about, and I was wondering if maybe you can answer them, or if I would have to ask her about recording.
So yeah, what were you looking for exactly?
Well, I was wondering if, for one, if I know she said that there's no recordings kept of what happens inside the courtroom. But is there recordings of like the lobbies, foyers, front doors, maybe that I could request as well?
Not that I'm aware of. No, I don't. I mean, you can ask security. I don't know if they have sound or not on those. I don't think so. I've never been asked that. I mean, a transcript for a case. I mean, we can definitely get you the transcripts, but for that stuff, I'm not sure.
Here, let me give you a little breakdown. So I had an incident in Alamosa County Court, and pretty much was thrown out of the court, was like grabbed by an officer and thrown out of court. I was wondering if I was able to get any of that footage from the lobbies, from where that took place, if that's a possibility, or would I have to contact security?
I am not sure. Let me double check. Give me 1 second, okay?
All right.
Sir, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you there?
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry about that.
All right, I'm going to transfer you to security, and you're going to have to ask them because it's their footage. So give me 1 second, okay?
Oh, okay. So, well, let me ask you before you transfer me, because I have one more question for the courts. If I go into court, am I able to record my own interactions, nobody else's, just my own? Am I able to either video or audio record my own interaction in court?
No, not in the courtrooms. No, not in the courtrooms.
There's no way possible, even like if I got like the judge's permission or something?
Yeah, no, that in the courtrooms it's not allowed. It's not permissible in the courtrooms.
Gotcha. Is it by a law or something? Like, I know I'm don't know law very well, so I'm just trying to figure out, so that way I don't get in any more trouble than what I'm already in. You know what I'm saying, man? Like, I'm not trying to get in any more trouble.
Yeah, recording in the courtroom, would be in violation of the law. You can in any public area like the hallway, stuff like that, but in the courtrooms, you can record in the courtrooms.
Do you know what law that would be, possibly?
I do not. You'd have to talk to an attorney.
Gotcha. Yeah. So frustrating. I hate law.
Yeah.
All right, my man. If I could talk to security, that would be awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Court security.
Hi. I'm calling to see if I could request the footage of like the lobbies and the foyers of a certain date and time that I was in there.
That depends. If it's just for some petty little argument, probably not. If there was a crime committed or something,
well, what if I had an officer grip me up by the arm and throw me out of court? Would that be a good enough reason to ask for that footage?
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, you can. I'm probably the officer, in matter of fact. We do have the footage, and it is already in e-force and all of that. If it's for a legal purpose, I'm sure you could. If it's just for personal use, you're probably going to have to get the permission from the court administrator.
The court administrator. Okay.
Who's the court?
And what? Can I get the name of the court administrator, please?
Actually, you know what? Maybe I can send you to the clerk's office. They might be able to redirect you better further.
Yeah, I asked her, and this is why I'm calling back, because I asked her, I called up asking if I could get I noticed that they do live streams from Alamosa County Court. I was wondering if like maybe they saved them. She says that they don't save their live streams, or they're not posted anywhere where I could previously go back and look, and they're not
Yeah, no, they
stored.
don't. Were you arrested or what was?
Yeah, I was arrested, and I'm trying to get footage of my arrest, and it happened inside the courtroom, but it also happened outside of the courtroom as well, inside the lobbies. I wasn't handled very well. And I would like that footage if I could get it, but I keep running into, I have to ask this person, I have to ask that person. I figured I should be able to do like a simple FOIA request through somebody to get that footage.
Yeah, you see, if you were arrested and thrown out, and I can only think of one incident that this happened, it's already going to be in the police report and it's already going to have that footage downloaded. So what exactly do you want the footage just for, like, personal reason? That's what's really going to change the outcome of this.
Well, what do you mean personal reason? Like, give me an example. Like, my personal reason would be that I would like to have the officer held accountable for the way that I was handled.
Okay. So you want to go legally?
Possibly, but I would need evidence, and that's my duty to collect my evidence, right?
Yeah, I know your name. I believe it's Christopher, right? The first name?
No.
Alrighty. So,
No, my name isn't. No, that's not my name.
Okay, what's your name, sir? So I can figure this out for you.
Well, my name is Jack Beam.
Okay, and do you know the description or the name of the officer that's involved in this?
No, not at the moment. I was going to get a hold of the sheriff's office and get that information.
So you were thrown out of the court?
Right.
Here in Alamosa?
Right.
Okay. Do you know which courtroom it was?
I don't remember. That's why I was going to get a hold of the sheriff's department and get a hold and try to get that information. I know the date and time. I just don't know the courtroom, and I don't remember the names of the officers, but it should be in their logs in what courtroom they were in on said date and time, correct?
Yeah, theoretically, but sir, you don't really seem like you don't have the information that I need so I can track this down for you. Do you know what you were arrested for? Do you know the date you were arrested?
Not right now in front of me. I'm at lunch right now, and I was just trying to get the information so that way I could FOIA request this stuff. I didn't fully expect to get into a full-blown here's all my information, here's the date and time and whatever. I don't have any of that paperwork.
And with a police officer.
What's that?
What's your name? So I can find. I said you didn't expect to know the date and time when you were dealing with the police officer.
No, what I said was my intention was to call up and find out who to FOIA request information from, not to get into a full back and forth and have to give you information that I don't have in front of me. I'm sorry, ma'am, that I don't have a photographic memory, but not all of us do. Tell me, what were you doing the week of September in 1983?
I wasn't born yet, but if you would give me a last and first name, I can probably find all the information for you so you can have it. So you can request that specific information whenever you get to the sheriff's office.
What do you mean?
So I have a database that gives me access to find exactly when this person was arrested, and if by the simple search of your name, I can find when you were arrested here at the court.
Okay, I think you misunderstood me. I said I was thrown out of court underneath threat of arrest. I didn't mean I was arrested.
Okay, so I mean, you can request it. If you weren't arrested, there's going to be no footage on body cam. There might be some that I have access to, but the problem is there's no civil case if you were being disruptive and removed.
So if an officer has an incident with a person and it doesn't result in an arrest, the footage isn't saved?
I have the footage. It's just you're gonna have a really cruddy time trying to get a hold of that since there's no civil case where you slammed on your head or where you just simply asked to be removed, touch your arm, that type of thing. For something so simple and small like that, you are gonna have to get
gun assaulting is simple.
permission from way higher. If there's no case, I can't help you on that, but I can.
So are you the one that releases the officer's body cam footage?
If there's no arrest, there's going to be no body cam. If it was a simple escort out, there's going to be the eye in the sky, and in which you might have a really hard time succeeding with your goal as far as legal, especially if you weren't really roughed or anything. You don't. I can, as much as I can give you, I can send you to the clerks, and you can try and get the permission of the state as far as that.
But they told me that they don't handle that footage. That's why I'm on the phone with you.
Well, this is security, and I know that you can. Now, even me as security, I can barely get permission as far as pulling footage. Now, if, especially if you weren't physically hurt or anything, you're going to have a very hard time getting permission for that. But I can just give you around the loop again. That's the best I can do. Or you can put in the complaint, and then that footage can be shown to a higher up, which then they could go further with that complaint.
Okay, so who would I complain to? I would complain to the court.
Yeah, so I can send you to the clerks. You're gonna have specific information, so maybe make sure you have the time, the date, the officer's name or description, anything of that sort.
Gotcha. Okay, I have all that at home. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to get in this long of a conversation. In fact, my lunch is almost over. I was just looking for an email address of who I would FOIA for the footage. Usually that person can tell me whether yay or nay I can get that footage. But if you don't have
a lot more complicated than that.
Oh. Okay, so
yeah,
what security company do you work for?
This is the Alamosa County Sheriff's Office. Deputy. I work for the Alamosa County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, now, what's your name? What's your name and badge number? I'm sorry.
It's gonna be Deputy Ehart, AL23. And unfortunately, because you weren't arrested, this doesn't pertain to the sheriff's office. This is specifically between you and the state, because the footage that you were asking for belongs to the state.
Okay, but if I was arrested, then the footage belongs to you.
Yes, because there would be body camera footage, and the county would have access to that. Unfortunately, you were not arrested. You were simply escorted out, and so it belongs to the state.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will contact the clerk again. And like I said, I just called her right before I called you, and she told me that she doesn't handle this footage, but I will ask her again. Maybe I worded the question wrong. Maybe she misunderstood, but I greatly appreciate your time.
I will ask you this: was the deputy that handled you a court deputy or a road deputy? Because that would also change the circumstances.
It was a sheriff. It was a county sheriff. That's what I know. That's what I saw. I didn't see a name. I didn't see a badge number. Name and badge number was not given to me upon request, which is very professional on your department's part, though, by the way. I greatly appreciate that. So
yeah, especially when there's like a middle of a mess. Yeah.
And they're in the middle of a mess. That's great. It doesn't matter if they're dealing with me and they are handling me and they are escorting me out. They have the time to tell me name and badge number, correct, ma'am? You're not even
So-
listening. I love your attitude. I greatly appreciate your help today, ma'am. Thank you very much.
No problem, sir.
Have a great
You
day.
have a great one. You too. Bye.
Wow. Holy shit,
Get me the
bro.
fucking number,
All
bro.
right,
Get me
that's
that fucking
great.
number.
That's great.
Get me that fucking number. I'm fucking heated. Absolutely fucking heated. What an arrogant motherfucker.
So you might as
Holy
well just
shit.
call the sheriff's department, John. You might as well just call the sheriff's department because that's who she is. It's not even security. It's the sheriff's
Dude,
department.
that
running
is the
security.
one. She's the
That's
one that
40%
tased
of his
Chris.
wife. Or
Hey, hold
sister.
on. She is the first respondent, and she is the one that tased Chris. That's why she just threw Christopher's name out there, like it's
yeah.
public information.
Now
Okay?
hold on, Chris. Chris, what do you say about that, man? You there, bro?
I feel like somebody has taken my Purple Heart off of my chest, wiped their ass with it, and shoved it in my mouth.
And essentially, you ain't getting the video, period, of them doing all that to you. And they know this.
Unless
It
we
happened
contact the
time.
state, right? Unless we contact the state, we're not getting it, correct?
Wait a minute.
That
Wait a
lady,
minute.
that lady made it very clear there's no recording of it.